Well, this up-and-coming film composer took his lifelong passion for music and turned it into a budding career in film. Cody's standing by to meet him and learn some more.
Kevin Besignano joining us right now. Kevin, I think I just messed up your last name. Please say your last name for me properly.
Nah, you did a pretty good job. It's Besignano.
Besignano. Thank you so much for joining us, man. I am fascinated by what you do for a living. A friend of mine did a movie called Score. It was a documentary about scoring movies.
Oh, yeah.
And I swear I don't watch television and movies the same way because of that.
Sure, yeah. There's a big element to film that music brings, and it's really important to me, and obviously important to a film. So it's cool that's cool that your friend was able to do that film, because I think it brought that to light a little more.
Like seriously, like changed everything. Like when I'm in a movie now, I'm like, oh, that's a good note change right there. Okay,
sure,
so let's go back with your history. You're like a punk rock dude. You're touring the world. You're touring the world. How does a punk rocker kind of switch gears and become a composer?
I've always been a fan of film music. I was in many bands touring the world for years, and when I finally I met somebody who is a film composer, a fellow named Mark Yeager, and I was introduced to him, and he kind of took me under his wing in a way, and kind of popped the hood and showed me how everything worked, gave me a bunch of opportunities, and here I am.
Now, say if you could talk to younger Kevin, punk rocker, traveling the world, and you say, hey, one day you're going to teach yourself how to play the cello because you want to write something for a movie. Do you think that younger Kevin would believe that?
Yes, I've always been overly ambitious about things. So if I told myself that, I'd be like, okay, yeah, that's maybe a fault, but maybe a plus. I feel like I could do everything. So I force myself into these weird situations, have to find my way out. So, yeah. Okay,
let's talk about this new project you got. A very famous person that we all know is directing a new movie, and it's kind of cool because it's set in New Jersey. You're a New Jersey dude. So tell us a little bit about this project and who's in charge of this thing.
Yeah, so Mayim Bialik wrote this fantastic film called As They Made Us. And I really, really, once I read the script, I wanted to be a part of it. So I wrote some music for her, and, she brought me along, and we really had a great time coming up with the sound of this film. We kind of geared it more towards a 60s, 70s folk aspect, because that's kind of what inspired her. She sent me a bunch of music on Spotify, and we kind of tailored the sound of the movie to that. But it was great because, it's shot in New Jersey, so there's a lot of elements from, my childhood and growing up. It was very nostalgic for me to see a lot of this in the film. So it made writing music for it quite a bit easier,
Now, okay, so clearly this is early on in the process that you got involved. A lot of times I know that they give you the opportunity to do this, and it's like 2 weeks until the movie comes out or something crazy, right?
That does happen too sometimes. Those are some of the less fortunate situations. But I've known Mayim for years now, and I was able to get in when this was in its earlier stages, and kind of be along be part of the process as it kind of came together.
It is fascinating. Thank you so much for joining us, man. I appreciate that. Yeah. If somebody was going to get into this, what would you say they should do to jump into this?
It's difficult to get a project. So I would say if I could go back, I would find either film students, people who are making films on low budgets. You're not going to expect to get paid, if anything at all, but find people who are making things, video, and try to offer your services to them and do as much as you possibly can.
Fantastic advice. Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it, man. I can't wait to see the movie. It's fascinating. All right, stick around. We got more coming up on the big show.